In this video, we are going to discuss about the periodic property electron affinity. Electron affinity is also known as electron gain enthalpy. Let us see the definition first. The amount of energy released when an electron is added to the isolated gaseous atom of an element is known as electron affinity. In electron affinity, whenever you are giving an electron to the atom, or else when the atom is gaining an electron, what happens is in return the atom will give the energy, or else the atom will release the energy. This can be represented here as X is nothing but an atom. When an atom is gaining an electron, it gets converted into an anion, is nothing but the negative charge develops on the atom, and here as the gaining of electron occurs with the atom in turn releases certain amount of energy that is considered as electron affinity. Remember, electron affinity is nothing but the amount of energy released when an atom is gaining an electron. The first electron affinity of an atom is an exothermic process. That is nothing but in this process the energy is released by the atom, whereas the second electron affinity is endothermic in nature. Electron affinity is measured in electron volts per atom, kilocalories per mole, or else kilojoules per mole. These are the units for electron affinity. Electron affinity can be indirectly calculated by Born-Haber cycle. Remember, the electron affinity values depends on the size of the atom, effective nuclear charge of the atom, shielding effect and electronic configuration of the element. It is quite similar to that of the factors affecting ionization energy. If you see here, the noble gases are most stable. As you know, they will not take part in the chemical reaction, so they are most stable as their outer shell electronic configuration is ns2np6. And we have discussed in the previous video that is nothing but whenever an atom has 8 electrons in the outermost shell, it is considered as octet, and octet bearing atoms are always stable. As noble gases are most stable, they have positive electron affinity values. And when it comes to the nitrogen and phosphorus, as you know, in nitrogen and phosphorus, the p orbital present in the outermost shell is half filled, and because of which it attains extra stability. Hence their electron affinity values are very close to 0. The first electron affinity is negative for all the elements except beryllium, magnesium, nitrogen atom and also zero group elements. These 4 types of elements will not have negative value for first electron affinity, whereas all other elements in the periodic table have negative value for electron affinity. In a group, electron affinity decreases, and in a period electron affinity increases. As we have seen, electron affinity is inversely proportional to the atomic radius. Here one thing is important when it comes to the electron affinity of third period is greater than the second period elements of each group due to smaller size and strong inter-electronic repulsion. If you see, the electron affinity value for chlorine is greater than fluorine and sulfur is greater than oxygen. This is because fluorine and oxygen have smaller size and there is more inter-electronic repulsion. Among all the elements, chlorine has the maximum electron affinity value. Remember, electron affinity value of chlorine is greater than fluorine. And when it comes to the metals, gold has the higher electron affinity value among all the metals. And on the board here we have written the decreasing order of electron affinities of halogen and chalcogen. As you know, group 17 elements are considered as halogen and group 16 elements are considered as chalcogens. In halogens, the chlorine is having the highest electron affinity value, whereas in chalcogens, sulfur is having highest electron affinity value. Remember, in chalcogens, sulfur is having highest electron affinity value, whereas oxygen is having lowest electron affinity value. And the reason is same, that is smaller size and strong inter-electronic repulsion.